Welcome, sun and sunsets, to the Happy Network. My name is Reverend Sierra Meeks. I am a mystic, I'm a spiritualist, I'm a numerologist, a spiritual hypnotist, and a soul coach. And I would like to say thank you so much for joining me today on this message. I'm sure you're here because of the title, How to Rescue Yourself in This Lifetime or in any situation that you have in this life. Now, if you are a subscriber, I would like to say thank you so much for supporting me. And if you are new to this channel, I would like to say I hope you stay to the end. And by the end, I hope you made up your mind that you would love to join the Happy Network. There is a workbook below for this message, How to Rescue Yourself. So if you want to pause this video right now and print off that workbook so you can follow along with me, and that way you can take notes. You can, if you have any questions about what you read in the workbook, you can drop them in the comments below. All right, now let's get started. Here we go. Here's how to rescue yourself. This is the best part about it, because this is what God wants for you. God wants for you to understand that you have His power. You have a spark of light, honey. You are a God, honey. You can move some mountains, honey. Quit giving your power away, honey. Okay, here we go. Number one, unconditional love for yourself. Self-love. Self-love. Unconditional love for yourself. Know that you are worthy of anything that you can come up in your mind, in your soul, in your spirit, in your heart, that you are worthy to have it. Okay, so unconditional love for yourself, and then giving love effortlessly and freely to others. That's the key to rescuing yourself and helping your brothers and sisters on this planet, no matter what color, ethnic background they come from, or religious background. They are still your brothers and sisters. God's light is in all of us. We are His children, and we are all connected as one. So we have to give love freely. We have to give love all the time. And the more love we give, the way to raise the vibrational energy and to get rid of all this darkness, because we will all be shining God's light, the spark of light within inside of us, and we can help raise this vibration and raise this planet's vibration, okay? And feel like we are moving out of this 3D dimensional world, and now everything seems possible. Now we all can be able to live in the highest version of ourselves and loving on each other. All right, then let's move right along. Number two, know that you are a creator. Let me hear you say it. I am a creator. I am a creator. All right, rescuing yourself. It's going to be a point in time where you won't even have to rescue yourself, because you're going to keep your vibration up so high, your vibrational frequency so high on that vibrational high frequency vortex, that nothing won't be able to knock you off. Nothing won't be able to trigger you, because you're going to be working on yourself. And I think I'm getting ahead, but know that you are a creator. Know that the creator of all that is inside of you. His spark of light is inside of you. So you have the power, all right? The power to create a better outcome for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones, for your brothers and sisters. That's how you rescue yourself, because you're raising your vibration, or you know that you are a creator, and knowing that whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm going through, I created this with a smile. I know it. Now I don't have to get mad about it. I don't have to play the victim. I know that I created this shit that's going on around me. And if I didn't create it, I watched something, or if I didn't create it, then I allowed myself to be programmed, right, to believe that whatever is going around me, whether it's on the news or I'm hearing it, or I'm watching on social media, I'm involved in it somehow. So I'm creating by listening and watching this, because whatever I think, I am creating. You got to get that in your mind. I'm in a situation right now with my mom, and not a situation, but when I see that she's a business owner, and when I see that she is all bogged down with worry and sadness, and and I hate it when people say, one thing is another, or I don't even know how do you say it, because I don't even want to say it. I don't want it to come out my mouth, right? But when people say, when this happened, then this and that and this and that, that's not true. That means you are still in that vibrational frequency of creating that same thing or problems to show up in your life. And I wish, when people get older, it's hard to try to teach them something different. Because my mom thrived in chaos and stress and worry. So she looked forward, seemed like, to get down to that point where she can thrive through it and rise above it. But you don't have to get there. Because even though people can thrive and they used to, based on our ancestors, to get through chaos and hard times and still be happy, it plays a part on your inner organs, all right? And that's why so many of us have these diabetes and heart attacks and stress-related illnesses. Because ancestral-wise, we're so used to thriving and keep moving through hard and tough times. But we don't have to do that anymore, because right now we are learning that we are creators. And we don't have to keep praying in these endless prayers to be rescued when we have the power. We've always had the power. We just didn't know it. Certain people just like, okay, you know what? I got that dream. I got the instructions on what I need to do. Just like Harriet Tubman, she had that dream on what she needs to do, and she did it. She did it. She made that railroad. She made all that possible. That way to get to freedom. But I can assure you that she was not the only one who got the dream of how to escape and get out of slavery. It was many people who got the same dream, but she was the one that listened and she followed through. Some of us, we have the dreams, we have the desires, but we don't move with it because we don't have the faith that it can happen. And then you are the ones who go to church every Sunday, but you don't even have the faith to move the mountains in your life because you're still waiting. God gave us free will to be creators. We need to create. Because if we get up and we glow up together, we can create a better universe, a better earth to live on, one that's less polluted. So let that sink in your spirit. Let that sink in that you are a creator, you are a God, and you are created. And that does not take anything away from God. You still can pray to God. But your prayers need to be thank you. Thank you. Thank you for my new house. Thank you for my new job. Thank you for my new business. Thank you for my pregnancy. Thank you for my soulmate is here. Thank you that I'm able to move to another country. Even before it happens. Because if you can think it, if you can feel it, that means that version of you is already going on. It's already moving. It's just waiting for you to tap into it. All right, now let's move right along to the next one. I hope you are getting excited, and I hope you are getting some fire up under you, and I hope that you, again, is not using your judgment to sit here and ridicule this video and say whatever she talking about. I'm not hearing that. I'm still get down on my knees, and I'm not telling you not to. We all need to pray every single day, but God loves to hear these prayers that we pray for our sisters and our brothers. God loves to hear these prayers that we pray and thank you, because we believe and we know that we have the faith, and we know that we have the power. We know that we are creators, and we saying thank you because we know that is already there. That possibility is already there, and we believe that we can achieve it. All right, now let's move on to the next one. Number 3, know that you are powerful. Know that you are powerful. That's what this video is all about, rescuing yourself because you are powerful. Rescuing yourself because you got a team. And on top of that team, God is right there. God is right there. Right? You have a team. So know that you are powerful and stop falling victim to fear. Falling victim to fear. There's always going to be trash out there on the news that's going to distract you. Now, how you perceive from there is on you. Because when you see something and it captures your attention, the next thing that you're going to do is use your thoughts, use your mouth, you're going to visualize, and there you go. Now you're creating. So you have to understand that there is always, always, always going to be something in a powerful place that is going to try to instill fear in you. That's why so many people got the jab, because of fear. So many people got the jab because of their jobs, and they don't even have that job anymore. Can you just let that sink in your spirit? So many people got the jab because of their job, and they don't even have that job anymore. And now, when they go get another job, they don't even care. So, yes, they're going to be talking about things like aliens are coming or they are here. Aliens been here, guys. I'm a spiritual hypnotist. I talk to aliens. I have clients who I hypnotize and they just come through. They've been here. They only here because most of us are still asleep. Now, I'm not talking about what the hoverment, okay? The hoverment is talking about. I'm talking about the ones that God specifically sent here, because most of us are still asleep. We're still like walking zombies. We don't care what's going on. We're gonna follow with fear and let fear just move us and put us wherever it needs to place us so we can lose our power. But I'm here to tell you now, you got the power and you have to rescue yourself. You have to rescue yourself, and you cannot fall victim and say, I have to do that because if the ultimate creator gave you free will, then nobody else can make you do something that is out of your will. Understand that first. Why do you think we all have a name and date of birth? Why do you think that we all have a name and a date of birth? I don't care where you live on this planet. Everybody has a name and they have a date of birth. Because those two things are powerful. You take those two things and they give you five vibrational energy. It's the song of who you are. It lets you know what you are here to accomplish, what talents you bring to this planet, and what your spiritual gifts are that you can offer this planet to help each other. Your name and date of birth. Even if you get married, it doesn't matter, because in that book of Akashic Records, that other name is there too. So that's how powerful you are. Because you have a name and date of birth, you are powerful. You are powerful. You have a vibrational song to yourself. All right? You have God's power inside of you. You don't give up and you don't give in to anyone who will try to take that from you, because just like there are aliens here, the darkness is here too, but the darkness, they ain't looking like, big faces with big eyes. They looking just like you and me. That's the darkness that's walking around here looking like you and me, persuading these high powerful people to do certain things, giving them this information to come up with this technology. It's always about the technology. But the biggest technology is the one inside of you, and that's that spark of light. That spark of light has a lot of creativity to it. It has a lot of information that can allow you to do whatever your heart desire. It's time to heal, my sun and sunsets. It's time to heal your traumas, your triggers, and your energy centers. You can't move powerfully if you don't heal. And I'm not talking about sitting down with your minister, your pastor, whomever, your priest, and saying, heal me, let me confess. That's not healing. You have some deep, deep wounds that comes from past lives, many past lives, and then some that you already have acquired while you was here. When you didn't want to feel like you was worthy, when you didn't feel love, when you was abused as a child, even though you signed up for all of this, you still have to go through and clear out the trauma, the triggers, straighten up and stop getting triggered so easily. And the only reason why you're getting triggered because that person who's triggering you is your mirror of showing you what you are, what you represent. See, whomever is in your life at this time is helping you with your trauma, whether they caused it or not, with your triggers. And now it's time to heal these energy centers, all 7 of them. So you can feel the power that you have. Because as long as this stuck energy is trapped in your energy centers, you feel powerless. You allow yourself to get bombarded with problems and issues and worries and diseases because you're stuck in your trauma, in your past, believe it or not, as a hypnotist. So many people are carrying around energy from past lives and they don't even know why they hate this person, why they feel like they feel, why they feel like they can't move, why they feel paralyzed when they get on the elevator, why they don't want to get on the airplane, why they have all these fears and phobias. Past life shit that you done brought over here that you need to work on because you didn't work on it there, so you need to work on it now. Be quiet, Rain. But you don't work on yourself. You keep jumping from relationship to relationship, having babies and doing all these things and just spending your wheels and spending your time on social media. You're not working on yourself. We can cure cancer if we just work on our energy centers because that's what cancer comes from. Why do you think breast cancer is so prevalent in women? Because the heart chakra is right here and the stuck energy goes to the weakest organ that's next to it, and that's the breast. So we have to heal our traumas. We have to heal our energy centers, and we have to heal our triggers in order to rescue ourselves and help others. Number 5, guys, we got to raise our vibration. We have to raise our vibration. Anytime that we allow emotional energy to take over, low vibration emotional energy to take over, our vibration goes down. It goes down. We drinking, we doing drugs. It brings your vibrational energy down. And in this low vibrational planet that we are living on right now, anything that has low vibration, your frequency is attracting it to you. So we got to keep our vibration up. Vibrational energy is real. It's real. Keep your vibration high. When you're laughing, and I'm not saying that you can't get down. We all get but don't stay there. Don't vacation there. Don't rent a house there. You have to bring your vibration up. And it's so easy to go to bed with the shit that's going on And it's so easy to wake up to it. I had to learn to put on a happy song to be my alarm. So when that alarm goes off, the thoughts of yesterday, the thoughts of the things that are trying to get my attention, is not the first thing that drop in my head when I open up my eyes. When that alarm goes off, that song pops up, I'm immediately dancing and moving around and getting ready for the day. You have to come up with some really good spiritual habits and practices before you go to bed and when you wake up, and even throughout the day, to control the thoughts in your mind, because all of that is vibrational. Things move and create in your life based on your vibration. Your mind power, your thoughts, your vision, your whatever you visualize and whatever you're talking about, all of that is vibrational. Frequency, creating, going, boomeranging, sending that message out to someone and it's coming right back to you. Vibrational energy. This is how you rescue yourself, okay? Let's move right on to the next one. Now, the next one. It's time to pay attention to what you're watching, what you're listening to, what you are repeating. It's time to take control and pay attention. Because even though you may not believe it, and I just tell my mom this, you sit up there watching news, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock a.m. news, it doesn't bother me. Oh, I'm not thinking about that. Yes, you are. Consciously, your mind is going somewhere. Consciously, when you turn that off, you're going to go to the next room and that still is going to be playing in your head. And now you're thinking about it. So now you're creating. Now you're going to get on the phone and you're going to talk about it. Can you believe? Now you're speaking about it. You're repeating it. And you're creating. So we have to be mindful. We have to play the mindful game of knowing exactly what we want to go in our conscious mind, to control what we want to go in our conscious mind, control what we're watching. I limit myself to social media. If I didn't have to be out here to send these messages out to start my ministry, my spirit, my teachings, I wouldn't be on YouTube. Now this next one is for my mama, okay? And everybody else is going through this. You got to stop worrying. You have to stop worrying so much and let go. Learn how to let go. Learn how to let go. That's it. Just learn how to let go of some things and see how your life changes. You got to stop worrying about the small things, the big things, the middle things, and let go and know that all is well, because all is well. It is. And you imagine all this load will fall off of you, this heaviness, if you just let go. Let go of that relationship. Let go of that job. Just let go. Let go of those friends who you know are not serving you in the right way, that you want to up your friendship level because that's where you want to be. You're tired of doing the same old cycle over and over. Let it go. Let go of that argument, right? Let go of the fact that you didn't get that. You didn't get it. It wasn't for you. Let it go. Let it go and see the magic happen. And I don't know if you guys follow me, whether you follow me or not, but I have not really shared my story. I don't even talk about my books a lot, but I have a book called Numbers, Angels, and God, and a children's book also. But my book, Numbers, Angels, and God, was my story. It's a memoir. My story that I begged my dad to pay my rent because my son was away in college, and I was sending him back home so many times every month because he wanted to go away for college on his full scholarship, but he wanted to come home every weekend, seemed like. And I had got really behind on my rent, 3 months behind. And I was still there. So you know this is gonna be a good story. Who gets 3 months behind on their rent and still at the same place? But I was in the luxury apartment. I got behind on my rent, and my dad said, I'm not gonna help you. I'm not gonna help you, that's it. You're gonna be homeless. Your kids gonna hate you. You're gonna be homeless, your kids gonna hate you, and they're never gonna love you again, right? God rest his soul. He's passed away this year in April on my son's birthday. But that's what he told me 6 years ago. And I ended up getting evicted. I was so afraid, but I kept saying 555, 555, 555 all that morning, dropping my son off at school. Somebody jump in front of me, they license plate's 555. I'm looking up, it's 55 everywhere, 555. I'm like, oh my God, I know what 555 is. I don't want to see this 555. That means unexpected changes. It's gonna be tough, but don't worry, it's gonna work out for your benefit. And that same day, my son's 5th grade class was going on a camping trip, like 2 hours away, and I was the room mom for the boys of this group. They all had different groups, so that means I was going through this morning, but I had to get there and 2 hours away to monitor about 20 boys, and I got evicted. He said no. And so that morning came, I was up all night. God, please, just please, God, let this money fall out the sky. Somebody knock on my door, let it bring this money, please, God, please. It was like almost $5,000, please. Now, my dad had rescued me many times before because, again, I was in a luxury apartment, and you probably say living above my means, but I wanted my kids to have a really good education. And there have been many times before that I needed, and he came through many times before, but this time he said, no, sorry, no. And so the day before that morning, I saw a bunch of boxes, this like $1 million house. There was boxes outside of the yard, and I kept on my way dropping my son off at school. I kept seeing these boxes, and I was like, I'm not looking at those boxes. I don't know what those boxes for. But the next morning, when I kept seeing the 555, those boxes were still there, and I grabbed them because I had to, because that morning was the time. And I moved into my power. I jumped out of victim mode and I moved into my power. And I said, I don't know where we're going, and I don't want to give my book away, but we have been praying for 10 days. It was more than 10 days, but 10 days things started happening. After the 10th day of saying the things that we wanted, and we were thanking God and said, the universe, I know you're going to rain this down. These things started happening. So I bought my son a car. I gave my other son a huge birthday party. And my young son kept saying, I want a house. I want a house. And I'm like, we can evict him. But if that's what you want, son, you keep asking for that. You keep saying, thank you for our house. But when I got evicted, and that morning was time to come to be able to take my things out, the apartment manager came over and she said, you don't have to worry. No one is going to take your things out of your apartment. You bring me the keys and you leave whenever you get ready. And I said, well, I got to go travel 2 hours to go and monitor these boys on this camping weekend. And she said, okay, well, whenever. But I knew that I could not come back there and do all of this in front of my 5th grade son. So I rounded some people up and I packed all of this stuff in the U-Haul, okay? And that morning. And I missed the bus when the kids got ready to go. So that means I had to drive those 2 hours after I packed all this stuff up and then unloaded it. But as I was packing, Or as I was in there getting my things together and the police said, you know what, man, we're not going to bother your stuff. Take your time. You know, don't worry about it. We know that you've always been nice. Every time we come over here and put these notes on your door, you've been nothing but nice. And the apartment manager said to me, oh, and as I'm packing, she drove off on her cart and she came back. She said, oh, I forgot to tell you, you never have to worry about this being on your credit. So you can go get whatever else you want to and put your kids somewhere else. And I'm just like, what? Mind you, you got to read my book, guys, because I don't want to give away, but I had already met a realtor and had this long talk with him, told him what was going on. But I was already qualified for a $250,000 home at that time, that way back then. And make a long story short, 10 months later, I bought my house on a conventional loan, no Fannie Mae, no first-time home buyers. So everything is possible. Anything is possible. But if I would not have stopped worrying and let it go, I still would have been holding animosity and being that victim because of what my dad didn't do. But it was meant for him not to do that so I can do this. You understand? Anyway, I have talked about this long enough. I want you guys, if you need some inspiration, please, get the book. If you need that inspiration, it's going to help push you to show you that you have the power, that you are a creator. Last one, number 8. Expand your consciousness. You have to raise your consciousness. A lot of people are here in their consciousness, meaning they don't want to seek the truth. They don't want to ask any questions. They believe in what everybody tells them. That means that you're not connected to God's consciousness. Because if you were, then there will be no worry. There will be no fear. There will be no you going and listening to someone else and giving up your power and losing your free will. You have to raise your consciousness and be open. Nothing happens that God does not allow, okay? Just like my dad not paying. He could have paid, he had the money. But if he had paid it, then my son's vision, my son's words would not have manifested, because that version of us was already there. But I was stuck, and most of us are stuck in our consciousness, and we have to raise our consciousness, because God is ready to pour in and open up the universe to us. But if we are closed-minded, then it can't happen. All right? I'm so glad you guys are listening to this, and I just want to let you know that if there is something that you need, all you have to do is ask. If you need more power, just ask. If you need more brave juice, just ask. If you need more discernment, more courage, just ask. That's all you have to do to win this race of rescuing yourself. Win this fight. All you have to do is ask. If you need more love from God, just ask. Just ask. If you need your team to give you a sign to know that they're there, just ask. Your team will give you a sign. You're going to see numbers everywhere, synchronized or even not even unsynchronized. Sometimes you'll see your birthday. I was seeing them all. Just ask. Now I'm seeing feathers everywhere. It's time to start shouting it out, okay? Let the sick say, I am healthy, all right? Let the sick, if you out there and you're sick, I want you to say, I'm healthy. Let the broke say, I am wealthy. This is a form of starting to rescue yourself. Let the broke say, I am wealthy. Let the fearless say, I have faith. Let the fearful say, I am fearless. Let the fearful say, I am fearless and I have faith and I'm walking by faith and I'm moving by faith. Let the unhealthy say, I am healthy. Let the confused say that I have clarity. Let the weak say, I am strong. I am strong because you are strong. Let the unhappy say, I am happy. I am happy. It doesn't take but to put on a song to change your mood to change your mood. It's hard to go from way down here to up here. But if you play enough songs, I promise you, you'll start moving around. You'll start feeling it. And you start smiling. And that mood won't stay like that for long. All right? The traps say I am free. Let the trap say I am free, honey. Because you are free. I'm glad that you stayed to the end. Because we need all of this. We need to know, me, you, whomever, everyone. We all need this information to rescue ourselves, because it's going to get tough here, all right? You thought COVID was tough? It's going to get tougher. Any way that the darkness can take our power, they're going to try it. They're going to work through the big wigs and try to take our power. So please share this video. Please share this video so other people would know. You got to eat clean, guys. One more thing, you have to fast. When you had a good girls' night and you've been drinking all night, you got to fast the next day to get that out of your body, to clean your body. It's already enough up in here that we don't see, that we don't know about. Okay, so when you add more stuff that's toxic to your system, it adds to all of that other stuff that's behind it that you don't even know. So clean your body, fast, eat clean, try to get as much organic fruits and veggies that you can get in there, and work out. Because when you working out, you releasing. And it's easy to let go of stuff when you release, when you're working out and you're removing all of this stuff off of you, all right? My name is Reverend C.R. Meeks. I would love for you to join the Happy Network. If you're interested, just click that link below and sign up for the newsletter. It's not ready yet, but I'm getting more content put in there so I can go ahead and start it. But just hit that, put your email in the Happy Network, so you'll be able to know as soon as we open up our doors for the Happy Network. Just always remember to first love. You have to love, because if you won't love, you have to give love. You have to give it out freely to receive it back, all right? Then I want to tell you to live. Live fearlessly. Live this life. There's always going to be stuff going on, but don't get caught up in that stuff. Don't get caught up in that and you lose track of where you want to be. And you stay on that repetitive cycle of nothingness. Nothingness. Life and possibility is always there, but we don't want to be on nothingness. We want to be on the highest version of that possibility, all right? And lastly, you have to forgive. You can't move forward if you don't forgive. You don't know how many of people who I talk to that are stuck here earthbound. They didn't even get into the light because they had unforgiveness in their heart. So you have to forgive while you're here, and you can talk to people and you can see them. And even if you don't want to talk to them, you don't want to see them vibrationally, you can speak it with your mind. Please forgive me. You can write it. All of that is vibration energy. But forgive. Have a forgiving heart. All right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye for now.